Right boys, hello and welcome back to another YouTube video. It's your boy, Mr. Money Mace. And what I've got for you today is a very special video, how I took a creator to $50,689.33 in a single week. And let me just pop this off here because I know you motherfuckers need validation and proof, but let's just come into the inflow. And what does this say here? 50,000, yep. Last 7 days. Let's just refresh. As you can see in the pending balance, we're up here at 48K. All right, now the number's slightly off, but you boys can see we're pushing numbers. And I'm just gonna explain to you in this video, let me get this set up, how I did it, and hopefully you can take some things away to see how you can do the same. Let's get into the itinerary. So we've got how I actually got the model, recruitment. We've got the onboarding of this model to my agency. I've then got the marketing of this model, which is one of the most crucial things. But actually what is even more crucial, as if you rewind a little bit and check back in this video, the sales on this model's account, because we're hitting a 1 to 10 ratio, which is pushing quite good ratios in an OnlyFans account. And then I've got some of the extras. So make sure you stay to the extras, because I reckon these added probably another 5 to 8K in this single week, just from me implementing some of those. And I'm gonna get to explaining those in full detail. So without further ado, let me actually just get right into the video. I don't wanna bore you guys with bunch of bullshit. So let's get into the recruitment. And this one is actually super unique because this model was actually an inbound model from my YouTube. So you guys see me putting out value here. It's not only you guys, OFM managers, who this is more targeted at, there's creators who can see that I'm doing significant things for other creators. And solo creators are always looking at ways that they can optimize and ways that they might want to grow by themselves without one of you sleazy motherfuckers coming and taking half and doing a shit job. But nonetheless, she'd seen that I was doing serious things on YouTube. She said she'd watched a couple of my vlogs. She said she'd seen some of the value I provided and she was really quite interested. She actually went through my Telegram channel and messaged me. So there I go, I got this model from inbound from YouTube, and let me get into now a bit more of the onboarding process because that's obviously what's a bit more interesting. This is how I got this model. This isn't a how to do OnlyFans in 2025 video. I might make one of those for you guys who are struggling a little bit. This is how I genuinely took the creator to 50K in a week. So she was an inbound from YouTube, which is quite unique, but it's very possible and it does happen. And like I say, I get a lot of my creators now from referrals or from inbounds. And I still do some outreach as well, which obviously does drive some client acquisition, but that's where my focuses are, leveraging other people. Onboarding. So now let's get back into the onboarding of how we did. So she messaged me, we start messaging back and forth. I realized she was actually serious, so I set up a call with her. On this call, look, I say like an intro call here. I had like a preliminary intro call. And on this call, I just got to know her a little bit. How long you've been on the platform, what kind of numbers you're doing, what kind of content you got, what are your comfortabilities, I didn't add here, what kind of operation you're running at the moment, where are things at. So she said she had like a little bit of, I'm gonna call it infrastructure. She said she had a few IG accounts and whatever going on. But she's obviously looking to scale. And she just didn't have a team or a backing to do so. And she obviously had trust in me because she's watched a couple hours of my content. And she knows I'm the real deal. She knows I'm a nice person. She likes my character because of how I am on camera. Very raw, authentic, get to the fucking point, scale up models. Onboarding. So I said, yeah, look, sounds great. Listen, we'll shoot you over a contract, get that signed just for protection on our behalf and your behalf. She said, yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely all cool. She got that signed, read the agreement, sounded great. Shot her over then the questionnaire. This questionnaire is, so the contract I sent her is the 2.5K professional contract that we got cooked up in by a real law firm in Manchester, one that we actually give away to all of the students inside of the course. And the same with the questionnaire, same questionnaire that we give away. But on this questionnaire, technically it's just like a Google Sheets. We've just found simplicity scales. Google Sheets, because you don't want to make it too complex for the model and start sending them through, you can send them through type forms and stuff like this. I've just found that Google Sheets works. On there, it's going to just have all of the information in regards to them, their personality, so personality type, height, weight, boob size, comfortabilities, current content they've got, everything. I'm not going to go into the exact specifics and details because I'm getting into a short video wrapping this up, so how you can realize how I've done this, and the sales and marketing are what you're going to be more interested in. So then I've onboarded her, I've said, great, send us over your OnlyFans details, got logged in, probably got logged in around a month ago, or probably a bit longer actually, maybe, 6 weeks ago or something. So immediately, the first thing that I did actually when I got on her, I made sure all of her OnlyFans settings were correct. And I'm not going to go into the full OnlyFans settings, make sure the auto follow back's on, just like little settings about hiding subscriber amount, like just general maintenance you do on an OnlyFans account. And if you didn't even know what some of those were, there you go, check out your model settings and see where you might be able to optimize. That's a couple there. Let's get quite interesting. It's going to get quite interesting now, because now we're going to get into the marketing. And the first thing I'll go into is the branding and niche and features of this model. Because I think in the OnlyFans space, this is something that is still overlooked. Because you guys, a lot of people are jumping on and they're just like, they've got some random, I don't know, 6 out of 10 UK girl, and they're throwing up some random reels, like where the model just looks a bit depressed, or she looks tired, like she just looks bored, and there's no facial expression. She hasn't even got any like cool features, like big boobs, big bum that you're showing off, or like not slim, petite, or like, she's just like average, and she's just there like, oh, making reels for the sake of it. You're putting some dumbass average text on screen on there and just thinking it's going to go viral. Like, come on, bro. IG Reels are still pretty much the best marketing technique in 2025, and that's where we had our like most success. So branding and niche. This model was actually like quite petite. She looks quite young in her niche. So we thought this was great, because now we knew we could focus on Threads and Instagram as well, which was amazing. And so now, like she said that she had a little bit of content, but she needed to record more. So then I got into the next phase of things, like, okay, great, give us a couple of days. Obviously, I've already explained this on the intro call, how it runs. I said, we're gonna onboard you, we get into your OnlyFans account, put the chatters on, organize your vault, get cracking, then we get your marketing plan in place, shoot that over to you, you get it done in the next few days, we get the marketing content, we distribute it to our posters, and then we'll be able to flow from there. Start posting, subscribers start coming in, positive feedback loop, double down, more content, more market research, better content, see what works for her specifically, put more of that out on the feed. So my COO, owner of operations, is now then obviously scheduling all the posts, doing daily analysis on what posts are working best, what content types we have in our archive that he can then substitute into the next day, so that we're only putting out consistently the best content, so we're in the upward spiral. Don't let that go over your heads. Literally giving you the rough guideline on how to get to 50K a week. Instagram, slow warm-up process, and then we get to posting reels. The reels were just an instant hit, because we'd done the market research, we figured out what works in her niche. She'd made up 10 out of 10 content. Like, let me repeat that. She had made up 10 out of 10 content. So when you are now onboarding a model, like, the game is very model dependent or reliant if you are doing organic marketing. Like, unfortunately, that is the fact of the matter. And it's going to come even more important when we get into the sales side of things. Like, people really extremely overlook this, like how much the model actually plays a factor. Like, yes, you can make some cash with a shit model. Yeah, you might run her up to 5, 10K a month, get a little nice take home. Especially if you've got a few of those, it's pretty good. But if you want to hit these big numbers, you need like high quality models. And I'm not talking just in high quality, like she's a 10 out of 10. Because even those sometimes don't make a lot of money. Newsflash. So the marketing started picking up straight away. When we get to posting the first reels on these accounts, they're blowing up. Because the model is so unique in her look and stuff, that was purely what is going viral. And so that's actually what we found. That was the branding that we used for her. We played on her look. Some of you guys might go into brandings of like lifeguard, or like a basketball player with a tall girl, or like playing into different features and stuff. All your models are smoking hot 10 out of 10, and she's doing like some influencer style stuff. There's a million ways to market your model. Nurses, doctors, teachers, like all this shit was working before. And guess what? You might think it's saturated, you might think it don't work. There's a new girl going viral with one of these every single day. So find out what your model likes, find out what your model's good at, talk with her over the phone, speak with her, like mind map some ideas, see what she's comfortable with, see what she's better at, see what she's going to be better at. And then from there, you're going to be able to progress a lot faster, because it's the whole positive feedback loop. Shit content, no subs in, wasting money on chatters, no results, no sales, model leaves, right? Good content from the model, social start to grow, subscribers start to come in, your chatters start to sell to these fans, more good content, positive feedback loop, account scales. And just drill this home to your models as well. Like, a lot of guys are like too nervous to like be the manager. You're an OnlyFans manager. Right? Well, how would a manager work in Tesco? They'd be telling that person how to work as like an employee-manager relationship. It's not an employee-manager relationship. It's a partnership. Right? But that doesn't mean that you can't act like the expert and tell this model exactly what she needs to do, where she needs to improve. She, 9 times out of 10, if she's coming to you as a management, is looking for advice and guidance, and she would rather be told exactly how to improve her results. Otherwise, what is she doing wasting time online, doing whatever she's doing and getting no results? She doesn't want that either. Right? She's on OnlyFans because she wants to make some cash, 9 times out of 10. So yeah, market research. How do you do some market research? You can literally even still use hashtags, but what we actually did was a couple of her live pages. We got a blank Instagram account. I went to the page that she currently has live. I engaged and interacted with all of those. I looked at who she was following because she actually followed a few people in her niche already. Engaged and interacted with loads of those. And then when I went on my Reels tab, instantly, the same type of content starts coming up. And that's what I engage and interact with. Comment, like, save, sit on the video, watch it a couple of times, go on the person's profile, follow them. And then like more of this stuff will just start coming up on your Reels tab. Like Instagram's algorithm is very clever like that. You guys will know, if I start talking about Oreos, I'm gonna see some motherfucking Oreos come up. If I start talking about thick Latina baddies, maybe they come up as well. But you get the picture. Threads as well. So now like we've got a bunch of Instagram accounts live with the warm-up process. We was getting posters to make them. We actually scaled up the amount of posters we had as well. We hired like 4 different new posters. I sent them all like a couple phones each. Yeah, I was happy to invest into this operation because I'd already seen return on investment from my chatters jumped on the account instantly. So instantly, as soon as I start to see results, boom, I'm reinvesting back into the business. You guys are not. You guys have got like your small operation. You're trying to make ends meet and work. And this video is probably a little bit more tailored to some of the high level guys on, ways that you might be able to run a few of these processes. But like to get up here, that's one thing that you have to learn. It's one big mistake that I made in the previous. Is like people think that they'll get 10K a month, they take 50%, they make 5K, they go and spend 5K, but put like 3K back into the business. Next month you'll do 50K. Watch. By hiring VAs, by hiring employees, by outsourcing processes. All of this type of stuff is the higher level stuff that you need to get onto if you want to start achieving these bigger results. So you've got all of these here. Threads, she started just blowing up again instantly because of her look. You guys probably know if you've been scrolling around on Threads, MILFs are absolutely booming off. Some niche content's actually booming off as well. Even like Instagram real style content that is niched and branded is doing really well. And then young petite teen niche is doing really well. So we had all of the IG accounts with the Threads accounts attached. We even had like dud IG accounts with Threads accounts. We added them all onto schedulethreads.com. Go ahead and use that. I had a VA then scheduling in her top 5 media. My COO of operations, again, analyzing the Threads accounts each day and moving the best performing media into a post tomorrow folder. And so then again, iterating constant feedback, positive loop. So it's just, again, picking up and going exponentially better every single day. That's how quick the positive feedback loop is. Some people will like, oh yeah, that reel 2 weeks ago went viral. Bro, you should have known it went viral after 3 days of it being posted on Instagram and had the model remake it again ASAP, right? Like, quicker, boys, quicker. No time to waste in 2025 if you want to get big results. Sales. And so this is really interesting because, like I said, 1% ratio is pretty good. And if we're pulling in like 50K a week, that's quite significant. So the first part of you got step 1, recruitment. My situation here was kind of unique, but I gave a few ways others that you can recruit. Onboarding. Smooth onboarding, intro calls, make sure you're friendly with the model, set precedent from early. Another thing what I did on her here as well is I was just a likable person on the calls. I was very normal. I explained to her how my agency runs, what we require from her, and so from kickoff the standards were set. Marketing. Then, like I said, we doubled down on these 2 streams, and now we've got these 2 in like a very good position, and the operation's smooth and systemized. We're now able to expand and go, okay, right, well, like it was full focus on these. All of the resources were targeted at this because this is where I was getting the best results. So double for the fuck down. And now I've looked at, okay, now we get Twitter's live, now we get Reddit's live. Is there any other marketing techniques that we can actually implement with this model specifically? Sales. All right, so this was really quite interesting. Because she already had subs on the account, I was instantly able to round up a team of 3. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, how do I find VAs? Where do I find chatters? And unfortunately for me, because remember, I'm talking about how I took a creator to 50K a week, not how necessarily you're going to take a creator from 0 to 1K a month. I went and hit up all of my old chatters. Everyone who I have in my Telegram fucking CRM for chatters, I hit them up and said, yo bro, I've got an opportunity. I've got like a huge account. I need every chatter that you can bring me, and I'm going to be selecting the best. Bro, I messaged like 30 VAs this. I don't know, 15 of them got back to me. A few of them got back to me with like 10 Telegram accounts to message. I instantly sent all of these Telegram accounts. Hey, blah, blah, introduced me. I heard you were looking for a chatting role. I have these times available. And by the way, I just need to you to answer a quick questionnaire. And I shot them over this quick questionnaire because I was like against the times. I needed a team of 3 ASAP for this new account. I wanted high quality chatters, so I went to my referrals, because if one of these chatters who have worked for me previously in the past, or one of them who is currently working for me on one of my other accounts, gives me a shit chatter, they're getting it in the neck. I'm gonna be pissed off at them. So it's on them, and plus I've given them an incentive. I said, look, if I actually go ahead and sign any of these chatters to my agency, I'm gonna give you a little kickback, a little bonus, whatever it looked like. I think I gave them like $25 bonus. So they actually gave them an incentive to get me a chatter. Because one chatter, bro, they sell one $50 pay-per-view and it's made back. If you want a good account, that's very possible to do every 10 minutes. So team of 3, and then how I went into a team of 6. So I got all the referrals in. I sent them over. I said, I need your ID, I need your workstation, I need your type speed test. I gave them 5 questions on different scenarios and how they would react with OnlyFans people. I sent them some training documents, and I asked them to do a test on it. And then, like, I don't know, out of, say, 15 people, 5 of them got back to me within the first, like, 24 hours. And they was eager. So I was like, right, you motherfuckers are at the top of my priority list. And then I do, like, an in-real-life simulation. So, obviously, this was the process that I used. In-real-life simulation with them. Just, I don't know, I got my, again, COO chat, also helps with the chatting in time to time, just to do a quick simulation with them, act like a fan, and they're trying to act like the girl to sell, of course. And then we did a trial shift with them. So I said, okay, great, like, you've passed the test. Listen, we want to see how you are in real life on the account. Again, these chatters that came through, because they've come through from a referral, the frame is completely different. I already had a lot more trust in them. I'd already known that they was able to actually, like, run an OnlyFans account. Some of them had a bit of experience. Like, it wasn't like I'm just signing a completely random Filipino to this random girl's account. Like, this time, like, I knew the chatters, and so I brought them on, what's it called? And so I was able to bring them on and put them into the account much more quickly. And also I got the chatters that referred them to train them up for a couple of, for like a shift before as well. So they shadowed them for an entire 8 hours, so they knew exactly how the account runs, the vault, the processes, selling techniques specific to this model. That's what I'm gonna get into next as well. And that's how I was able to, like, boost results so quickly. Pay structure, so there's a few ways that you can pay your chatters. Usually in-house chatters to my agency, I'll pay them anywhere between like $2.5 and 2%, and then I'll have like a bonus structure extra added onto that, which like will bump up their percentage or perceived percentage based on like them hitting quotas or like revenue targets per shift. So that's another good way that you can do that. Let's go back to the top and going from team of 3 into team of 6. And so what I noticed here, like, the traffic started flooding in for this model, you know, from 50, 60 subs a day, all the way up to 100 subs a day, to 200 subs a day, to 300 to 400 paid subs a day. And now when you're at that level of traffic, this is where, for a lot of guys who are pushing them sort of numbers, things will get really interesting. This is where inflow comes in clutch. And I don't think I would have been able to do it nearly as good to the point that I have without it. So I realized, right, there's too much traffic. Like, we would send a mass message and there'd be 20 messages a minute. Like, one chatter's not doing that. So then there's a thing on inflow called split inbox. So I told, again, a guy who is almost quote unquote a chat manager for me as well. I said, bro, I need a new team of 3. We need to round them up. I started getting back in the field, hitting up some of the old leads, bringing them on. And that's the way I sort of took it from 3 to 6. I said, in like 2 days, look, you boys are going to have to just like type fucking faster for the next couple of days. Chat manager, like other chat manager will come in and help cover like extend shifts. A couple of people were extending shifts, like instead of doing like just 8 hours, 12 hours. So it's overlapping each other, but the account was churning, so they're making more sales, they're making more commission, they're happy to. And then on like, we had like a split day, and then I introduced the double teams, you know, and then from there I assigned them inbox 1, inbox 2, and then they started running it up. And that was literally what took us from that change. The account went from doing like 3 to 4K a day, it went up to like 8K a day, then 8.9K a day, then 10K a day. And yeah, we're pushing numbers still now. And so this is like one of the big changes that allowed me to get to there. And then I was almost contemplating going to 9 chatters, or at least like 7, 8, or 9. But since then, there's been a few account bans, and so like things have slowed down ever so slightly. Plus, also, we then implemented something that saved the chatters seconds on the fucking hour, which, you know, counts when you're chatting on a high volume account. So then I realized I had a lot of old scripts I was using, like generalized scripts. And they was great, they worked, but they was a little bit more mature for what this branded model was. And so I then got my chat manager to go in and watch the script in the vault and write custom scripts like specific to each script. Yeah, custom word script to match the content script. And then I just chucked him like a little bonus for doing so, for doing it for everyone. And then I told him, great, and now add it to inflow scripts. And so now when the chatters are chatting, new sub comes in. They literally press the script, the welcome script is already there, they press welcome, boom, send it out. Go through the welcome script, take the notes, because on my welcome script, I gather a bit of information, I put it in the notes section, so now they can leverage that when they go to sell later on. Make sure to utilize that. And then once they've gone through the welcome script, it leaves off on a little cliffhanger, or there's two welcome scripts actually. One is like an aggressive welcome script, because if they come in like, I'm trying to see some titties, like, oh shit, you're so forward, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna get into my full like actual word script here. And then one of them is if they come in and say, oh, you're hot, I saw you online, and like, it's a bit more slower. The aggressive one is like to churn sales, because on a higher sub account, like where these guys come in and you start like reducing their ability to spend, you know, they're going to get bored. Their dick's in their hand right now. You need to take advantage of that. Like they're ready and they're looking to spend money with your model. You need to give them the opportunity to do so. That opportunity might not last forever. You know, they might just sub to another model in the same niche and start chatting to her. And she sent a pay-per-view and he's already just started wanting to see more of her. Right? Act fast. So your chatters have got to know when to act fast as well. And then the next thing that we did. Yeah, so then the next thing we did, we implemented all these scripts, and so now the chatters either run like the normal welcome script or the aggressive one, and then it goes straight into script one. And script one, this is where I'm going to get onto here. I don't actually know if I put it in here. Model content. Oh, extras. Right, now at the final part of the video, the bit that you have all been waiting for, because this is where I literally added like another 10, 15% of revenue in the week to my model purely from these extras. Model content / niche. Like this plays a huge factor. My model is really good at content. You know, her scripts are actually perfect to the point that like some of your models will be doing scripts and like they're not even really trying to seduce the guys. They're not trying to act in line with the niche. You know, think about all of these things when you're writing her content scripts to make and how she is in the script. If she's half-assing a script, do you think you're going to build any customer lifetime value of a subscriber coming in, seeing one time a full script, dropping his entire like net worth of 1K on a full script, and then do you think he's going to try and recoup another 1K to see another one because he enjoyed himself so much? Or was the content just shitty and now he's got post-nut clarity and wants to unsubscribe from the account and refund the whole script? Don't let that go over your heads. So model content / niche plays a huge factor. Again, we're playing really into the innocent niche, so it's working really well for us. I would say like it's very different account to account, so you have to review this. Do like a little bit of a mind map, do an AAR, an after action report on your chatters talking to someone. Get in the chats yourself if you're not sure. Like chat on the account for a couple hours and you'll soon get a feel for the type of subscribers that are in that account and how you can optimize them further. Big game. Mass message, obviously you get like the higher level people, you get your chat manager to do it, which is what I did. I'm talking to like everyone here. Mass message, that's pay-per-view mass message. You know, every 8 hours, as soon as like our chatting cycle, our chatting shifts like restart, we'll get the new chatting people who are on, even if there's traffic, send a new mass message. Get the accounts live and popping again. And then throughout the shift, they know between like the 4 and 6 hour window, or even like the 3 and 6 hour window, if traffic starts to die down again, they can send another one. Unsend the previous one, send a new mass message, get the account back live again and churning. Right? Like these accounts, like my chatters should be typing 24/7 like actively, otherwise you're losing cash. Right? You're actively like leaving a lot of money on the table by not re-engaging and engaging these fans who are warm leads because they've subscribed to your model. Pay-per-view mass message, you know, we're doing like 2 of these a week at the minute. We're not overcooking the account with like 1 a day, but we're not like undercooking the account where it's like we're just not doing any, because these alone have, yeah, like I say, generated 4K just from those campaigns. People don't run campaigns in their OnlyFans. Right? Like I'll cook up a copy, a bit of script. I can't believe it, guys. I've smashed my phone. This is going to be the last bit of content I post out for like a long time until I save up and get a new one. If you can just maybe support me a little bit, I'll try and, you know, buy a new phone as soon as possible. Make like a tip target of like $1,069. Pin it to the page. And then play into your model's niche. Like if you've got a dominatrix, put a campaign and tell them to fucking give her the money, or she's going to, I don't know, violate them. Or she will violate them if they give her the money, right? You get me? Campaigns and then retention. So this is a huge one, model retention. Got a model pushing serious numbers. How do I keep her around? Be a likable person. You know, she knows she can approach me for any problem, personal or business. You know, I'm achieving her serious numbers, so it makes it a lot easier. And then looking at ways that we can optimize, talking about things that I'm doing in my business in order to further maintain and improve results. You know, she's not going to be happy if I just say, oh yeah, well, this is great. Yeah, 50K a week. I think we can put our feet up now. That was a pretty good achievement. No, we're pushing it beyond this point. She's got the potential to. And it really helps because she's a hardworking model. She's very communicative. A lot of guys unfortunately don't face this in the OnlyFans realm. But I set precedents in the intros that like, this is the only way this is going to work. We've got other, like I've always said, we've got other big clients who we can easily double down and focus our attention and resources on and achieve these results. So you need to be in line with that as well. Attention, like I say, being likable. I'll speak with her very often. Yeah, being personally likable outside of just running up their business. And then also telling them what's going on, keeping them up to date. You know, if you've got things going on, oh yeah, like I told her, like, yeah, we've started Twitter for you. Now we're getting this in motion. Oh, we're going to look to launch this. This is what we've found is working, blah, blah, blah. And then she understands that we're doing stuff in the background. A lot of you guys are like keeping secrets from your model. You're not telling her what you're doing. And all of a sudden you're wondering why they just go missing because they think you're doing fuck all, right? If their results aren't improving, and then it holds you accountable as well. I know that I've got to get my arse in gear and I've got to have the teams ticking off boxes to the point in which is just like, I'm telling her, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. And then she's going to be like, I can't leave. How could I leave? Right? So attention, and that pretty much sums it up. Like pretty much from start to finish, how I actually took a creator to 50K a week. And I know this is a YouTube video. I've tried to break it down as in detail as possible. We're pushing 30 minutes now. I've tried to break it down as in detail as possible, but you understand that the intricacies of a lot of these details are covered in OF Money. Also, I go into detail a lot more for this personally for the mentees who are underneath coaching, who want to know exactly for their personal situation how they can optimize every single one of these facets of their OnlyFans management agency. And so, if you did like this video, like, subscribe, and then man there. And if you want to see me make up more of these, you know, similar videos like this, where I just break down what I did and how you might be able to implement certain little bits of knowledge. Look, if you even took one thing away from this video in 30 minutes, that could go on to make you a recurring revenue of hundreds to thousands of dollars every single month. And now this 30 minutes that you spent and paid attention to me was worth it. You know, 30 minutes used to literally only make me £5 an hour. Like if I was getting paid £10 an hour, 30 minutes of my time would be £5. So you're achieving a much higher ROI by watching this, and well done for watching to the end. Leave a like, drop a comment, what else you want to see. I've got my Telegram down below. Obviously you can get at me if you want to get involved under any of the coachings to help you scale to this per week. Fuck doing this a month. We're now getting this weekly off one creator alone. And then you're going to be able to infinitely scale above and beyond this point, because I'm sure that's what all of you want. And look, you'll be able to go ahead and achieve fucking the big DXP penthouses. So yeah, it was a pleasure to speak to you all here today and explain exactly how I did it. Any comments, like I say, drop below. You can get into my Telegram. You can also go ahead and book in a call with me if you want to see how I might be able to help you scale. So as always, it's been Money Mace. Thanks for watching this video. It's been a pleasure. I'm out.